Yes.
I want to apologize. I don't know if you saw me. Maybe you didn't, but...
What did you do?
Oh, nothing.
No, what did you do?
You didn't see me. That's even better.
Oh,
no. I was rude when I wasn't sure if you were filming me or filming the other direction.
Story to tell you. Lately, the past few days, I've been feeling kind of lonely, just lonely. Feeling like I need some human interaction going on. The rain is nonstop. I feel like I'm in the days of Noah. It just keeps raining and raining and raining. Now, I look at my weather app and it says it's not going to rain, and then it rains. Well, it happened today, I'll tell you. So I thought, well, I'm not going to just sit in my van and wait for it to stop raining. It looked like in the afternoon it wasn't going to rain. So I went ahead and took the streetcar. And I wanted to go to the CoOp. It's really called the Food Conspiracy. And it's on 4th Avenue, which is the hippie area, or what used to be the hippie area of Tucson. I'm not really sure what's going on down there at this point. You know, when I was there, I really didn't see any homeless people, so maybe they're cleaning that up too. Nothing against homeless people, but some of them down on 4th Avenue, the last time I was there, I mean, they were dangerous. They were screaming and following me. It was on a Sunday morning. I mean, they were screaming. And I thought, this is not good. This is very dangerous. So I went down there and I wanted to go to 4th Avenue. So I took the streetcar. And I'll show you the footage of it. Well, I went into the Food Conspiracy, okay? Boy, they've really changed that. And I really have to say that some of the familiar hippie part of it, the feel of it, boy, they're turning into a regular grocery store in some ways. And I said, when did this happen? They said, oh, it's been slowly coming. They still have all of the bulk foods, which is really cool. They have almost any kind of herb and tea. And, I mean, you can get almost anything there. So what I did get, though, I wanted to show you. Yeah, I got myself some Brazil nuts. I love Brazil nuts. And when I go to the CoOp, I can get, and everything's organic there, I can get the right amount. You get a baggie, you just put a little number on it, and then you take it up and they punch in the number and weigh it. But I can get the amount of Brazil nuts that I want. There's a special vitamin and mineral in Brazil nuts, so I used to get these before. And I also got the peanut butter. It's been sitting in my bag all day. It kind of, yeah. But they're just regular organic, roasted. They're not unsalted, but they're roasted peanuts. So I'm going to use this. Remember we talked about the peanut butter? They're putting something they're putting a chemical or a substance into peanut butter. All the peanut butters, even the natural ones, unless it says organic, they're putting it in the peanut butter. And I do like peanut butter. So, and I'm not allergic to peanuts. So I got some of that. And then I left. And I was walking around and I was filming, you know, showing the murals. And I'll show that. You'll see that. Then I went into a cafe. It's called Cafe Passe. And I used to go in there often, and they have really good decoration in there. In fact, they kind of toned it down. They had really unusual things in there before. Like they would have like a toilet, an old toilet, the actual toilet part. And they would have it hanging on the wall. And it was an old type of toilet. And what they had was like soil in there with plants coming out. Just really unusual. It was unusual decorations. Well, it looks like they took a lot of that down. I did not find that, but still it was very pleasant in there. And I got a cup of coffee. I just need a cup of Joe. I don't want anything fancy. And very nice. Oh yeah, a cup of Joe. Here, coming right up. So I went to walk back with my cup of Joe, and somebody came up from behind me, and he said, "Excuse me," he goes, and I looked at him, and he goes, "I am so sorry."
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
I want to apologize. I don't know if you...
I came to apologize. Apologize? I'm like, okay, you know, this is interesting. And he says, "I didn't mean to flip you off and say F you." He was in his car. And I said, "I didn't even see that." I go, "So you're okay?" And he goes, "I want to explain to you." So he said, "I was in a really bad mood and I feel really bad." And in my mind, I'm thinking, wow. So he was in a car. He actually went and parked his car and came in. It wasn't strange to me. I mean, he was very sincere. I knew that. I did not sense any danger. Well, he said, "I just feel so bad about it." He looked like he was going to cry. And I said, "Oh, it's okay. I go off at days like that." And he goes, "But I had to come apologize." He goes, "I just feel too bad. I feel so sorry that I did that." And I was kind of laughing, and there was other things that he said that I don't remember every little thing. But it was almost surreal. And so I looked at him, I said, "I totally forgive you, okay?" I said, "Do you want to have a cup of coffee with me?" Or, yeah, because nobody else was in there. And he goes, And I said, "I'll buy." And he goes, "No, that's okay." He goes, "I'll get a cup of coffee." He goes, "And I'll meet you back there." So, okay. We ended up talking. He explained to me what was going on in his life, and we ended up talking for 2 hours. Now, during that time, it started raining, so we were just sort of stuck there because we're in the back, and we were on the outside, and we were under a roof, but you could see where rain was coming down, and you'll see that. Rain was coming down on some of the tables and everything. But, okay, so let's go back to what I first told you. And as I'm talking to him, I'm thinking, this is so unusual. I really needed somebody to talk to. Obviously, he did too. Isn't it amazing how he just appeared. We actually exchanged numbers. He's more of an artist. He works in like theater work, and he does mountain climbing. Very interesting. His age was about 43. He's about the same age as in between my oldest daughter and my son. So I know the age. And I let him talk. I think he needed to talk a little bit. He said the reason that he was feeling so negative was the fact that he had just had a phone conversation with his mother and things didn't go too well. So I let him do a lot of talking, but I also talk too, and it's just amazing. I feel so filled up with socialization and human contact, and it all happened. So I actually said a couple of times to him when we finally left, I said, "Well, thanks for flipping me off, because I never would have met you before." You know, he said, "Well, I don't know if you saw it or not." When he first apologized, he goes, "I don't know if you saw it, but," and I said, "Well, let's just say this." He goes, "You had your phone pointing." I had it on my selfie stick. He goes, you had it pointing in my direction. I said, well, it's on film, so I guess I'll see it later, won't I? And we started laughing. I did reassure him that I would not put it on my channel, so I won't run it. But I haven't even looked yet, so I don't even know if I even filmed it, because I told him, I said I might not have even seen it, because I was more looking at the murals and things like that. But in retrospect, looking back, I mean, just because I had it pointing at you doesn't mean if you're in the car, your windows may have had a reflection, right? So I go, it might not, it may have filmed you, it may have not, but I won't put it on if I do find it. But very interesting fellow. I guess the point of this discussion is when you need something, it'll be right there. If you have faith and you believe and you really need something, at that point in time, it'll be there. It was there. And I mean, because I remember thinking, I really need somebody to talk to here. And that's kind of like why I went. I thought, well, I'll go to the co-op. Maybe there'll be other people around, maybe just sitting, waiting for the streetcar, and I can at least have a little conversation. Well, I'll tell you what, full faith. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you, that sometimes when we really need something, it's right there in front of us. So I'm glad I got out of my van. I'm glad I got going. I didn't expect for it to rain. Thank goodness I was dressed properly, somewhat. I should have taken my umbrella with me, but it said it was not going to rain until 6 p.m. And here it is 2 o'clock, and it's raining, and it rained a good hour. The streets are so flooded. By the time I got back to where I had parked my van, there was almost a river running down by the curb, and I couldn't hardly even get across that to get to the other side of my car to get in. Oh my gosh. So I'm hoping tomorrow, it says it's not going to rain for a few days. Let's see. Yep, it's going to rain just a little bit in about a half hour. I know. And then it's going to off and on through the night, which is okay. And I don't see any more rain. I see clouds, though. I do see clouds. So there's my story. That's my story for you. You know, if we just put it out there that this is what I need, you know, he'll make sure that we get it. Yeah. So you might wonder, I know people are asking, why aren't you in Quartzsite? Well, that's one of the reasons. I know that my tribe is in Quartzsite right now. I know that. And so it's kind of like, you know, I feel like I'm sort of missing out. But I'll be there in a couple days. I'm just kind of waiting for things to kind of calm down. And I'm waiting for a couple things here. There's a couple things that I kind of am waiting on. That's one of the reasons why. So, yeah, I'll be there in a couple days. And I hang out for a few days, see what's going on there, let things kind of calm down just a little bit with all the RTR and the big tent and all that stuff. You know, there is, I see that they're getting the Gem and Mineral Show together. A lot of people, what happens with that, every year in Tucson, it's huge. It's a Gem and Mineral Show, and they're getting that together right now. So, but what I found out after going to Quartzsite all these years is what they do is they pick up a lot of stuff they pick up in Quartzsite. And they do it during like the first couple weeks, or the last 2 weeks of January. I keep hearing something out there. It sounds like a cat. But what happens is then they come south and they bring what they bought, and a lot of them end up at the Gem and Mineral Show. It's pretty huge. They've had it every year for years. Really, really, really appreciate all of you out there. Thanks for following me. Thanks for watching my videos. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. I need you. I really do. And I would ask you to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And if you want to, go to minivanlee.com and check out what's there, okay? Okay, so till tomorrow, I love you guys. You know I do. I love you. And I love each and every one of you. I do. Just don't leave me a bad comment, okay? Don't try to hurt my feelings on purpose, or don't be snarky, because that kind of makes me feel sad, okay? Got it? Okay. Love you. Till tomorrow.